I'm about to show you how to turn this little old wig into this. Alright y'all, first things first, when you pull your Dolly wig out of the box, rough up that permatease in there to get it to stand up. I personally use my nails. If you ain't got nails, grab you a brush and just give it a good brushing, like try to get those teeth down into the permatease. And before too long, she'll be standing straight up, just like that. Of course, if you want to wear it like that, you can just fluff it up however you want. Give it a good old spray with some Got2b and you're good to go. But we're gonna make her real big, y'all. You're gonna wanna grab your teasing brush. I use the Spornet brand. Now when you tease, you're starting at the top of the hair, you're pushing some of the hair down, packing it in there, and then you're pulling it out and moving back up to the top. Circular motions. I like to work ear to ear. And I'm gonna tease this short stuff right here first. We're gonna cut some slices here, and I'm gonna do my circular motion. Now listen closely, because this is the best tip you will ever receive when it comes to teasing hair. I'm going to marry it to this other section that we just did. So we're gonna hold both of the sections together in one hand, tease that hair together. We're gonna keep doing that all over the hair. So my next slice, I'm gonna take and I'm gonna grab some from the mother piece. And then we're gonna take one of the babies and we're just going to marry them. So that's what you wanna do all over the hair. You wanna get in there and marry it all together. Now with these short pieces up here, you might need to re-tease them a time or two. I'm gonna get the bangs too. I'm teasing it all. Every last bit is going to be teased together. Another important tip, a lot of people will just try to tease the root of the hair and call it a day. Not with drag hair, honey. With drag hair, you're going to keep teasing it until all the hair leaves my hand right here. You're going to tease and tease and tease and to see how much hair is left. Look, there you go. You're teasing from root to tip, from the rooter to the tutor. All right, so we're just gonna go all the way around and down the hair, marrying every last bit of it. The whole hair should be fluffy like a cloud and with as few knots and clumps as possible. You want it cloudy, not clumpy. Now, when you get down to the back, I'd say past the ear tabs. You don't really have to marry these two sections because this is becoming cumbersome. So you could take it and clip it up, and I actually work backwards. I start teasing it from the top. All right, she is all teased up. Now I'm gonna take this top piece down, spread that out. This is the front and this is the back. Now I'll typically go in and smooth the back out first. Smoothing is a strong word for what I do. I take a brush. You're just brushing the tips, just the tip. Then we can work on the top. I'm gonna start back here in the back and work my way toward the front. I'm gonna use my hands because I've got nails, but if you need to use a pick, use a pick. You can use any kind of pick you want. You sometimes might need to go in there with this little teasing comb and give it another good tease. This is good for detail teasing as well as detail picking. I'm literally just pulling the curls to face whichever way I want them to face. I personally like a little bit of a part. Have you noticed I haven't used a drop of hairspray yet? If you marry your sections the way that I just taught you how to marry your sections, you shouldn't need hairspray to keep your teasing in there. When I get to these little short hairs up here, that's where I'll give it a good old spray just to make it kind of stiff so it stays however I want it to. And then I'm gonna let it dry before I start styling it. Then I can start picking it out. Also kind of turn them whichever way I want them to turn. Like if I want them to go more forward, I can make them go more forward. If I want them to go back into the side, I can pull them back into the side. I'm not smoothing it down. I'm really fluffing it up. And as I'm fluffing it, I'm making the hair go the way that I want it to go. Too much teasing's coming out in a spot, so I'm gonna go in there and I'm gonna just get it back in there and then pull it out. If you want this hair to last a really long time, like even if you bought it supersized from me, you're gonna wanna learn how to re-tease little sections. Use this thing to just pack it back down in there and then pull it back out. Give it a good old spray. For me, it's real hard to tell what they look like on here, so I like to put the finishing touches on them on my head. I like to take and fluff out the sides so they come around toward the front a little more. I think this needs to go over here maybe. Oh, there we go. Look at that. It turned out pretty good. There's a little piece right here I want to move. And there you have it. That is how you supersize your very own Dolly. You can find these in 3 different colors. We got butter blonde, jet black, and we got what's temporarily known as Miss Jolene Ginger. I think we finally finalized her name though, and I think we're gonna go with Flaming Locks. Still named after Jolene, just a little less on the nose. If you know, you know. Flaming locks of auburn hair. These are old school hard front wigs, and that's exactly where you'll find them on my shop, in the old school section of wig takeout. You can find that link over on my profile, and you can get them supersized. In order to get them supersized, you just have to put the wig and the Supersize Me in your cart. Supersize Me is below the buy button on the website. You'll see a little thing that says get it supersized. As long as you have both of those in your cart, yours will come to you already supersized. But keep these little tips and tricks in mind, because you might need to fluff them up whenever they come out of the hairnet and out of the box and everything. All right, y'all, till next time, bye!